I smell like curry.
They won't go to
What's
sell
okay?
it on
Might as
YouTube.
That's what I was cooking.
You're not in Scarborough, Scarborough Hospital at the minute, it's fine. Good evening and welcome to the meeting of the planning committee tonight, 20th February. Nobody in the audience, nobody here for public participation. Agenda item number 1, apologies for absence, council plan,
Yes.
is that it? And is Julie kind of apologies? No. Declarations of interest.
No.
I hear none. Agenda item number 3, approve the minutes of the planning committee from the 6th of February. I wasn't clear for that one. I shall go through it. Apologies for absence, declarations of interest. Minutes on the planning committee, neighbourhood planning, plan emergency working group, tree strategy, and Trinity School. Real participation. Plans amended, plans new. Objections. Call-ins, Noble Road, decision notices, certificate of lawful development applications, appeal for Thames Farm, national planning policy framework, and local plan consultation progress report, and coalition progress report.
Right.
Seconded, Jackson, all in favour? Agenda item number 4, with participation, with nobody here, so can move on. Agenda item number 5, plans amended. Land at Newtown Road, Henley, erection of 4 dwellings. I know we refused this last time due to the neighbourly nature. Does anybody have any?
Well, I propose that we go with the same decision because I can't see any changes to the to their plans at all. So
Okay. Anybody else? Is it seconded?
I'll second.
Councillor Hunt. I think I was for this last time because it's 4 dwellings in a space. Yeah, okay, we haven't really got. Well, we have houses down there, don't we? And I thought it was okay, but we did say it last time. I was against it last time, but I shall.
well, I think the decision we came up with last time was because they sit at a right angle to each other. So that there's a you know, they're so close together that there's a privacy issue between the houses.
Themselves and the houses.
Yeah, although it's very odd that the neighbours along Reading Road haven't
Yeah.
commented.
Comment.
Can you shed any light on that?
It's very odd that they haven't, if
Mm.
there's an issue. One of the things that came out of the conversation previously, and I don't know whether it was a question that went to Jodie, there's a rule about the distance between windows and there's a rule about garden lengths.
Mhm.
If it fits within that policy,
Yep.
then
It's not.
yes, if it breaches those policies, then obviously it's going to be recommended.
Yeah.
for refusal.
Yeah.
But if it sits well within those policies, which bit of the planning policy of refusing it for, recommending refusal for?
Yeah.
Because that we've got houses down there, we've got the care home at the end, we've got the big developments at the corner of Newtown.
Yeah.
We've got the old offices converted to resi, so it's that, certainly that end of it, the front end onto Reading Road is largely residential now.
Yeah. And I do think if it gets taken to appeal, I think we'll have to challenge. It would have been good to let Jodie here with some specifics, but with this proposal for. Did you propose for refusal and you'd second it? Oh, sorry, you didn't.
No,
Sorry, seconder.
I second.
Sorry, that's on. We have a proposal and a seconder. All in favour? We continue to recommend refusal on the same grounds.
Yeah.
Agenda item number 6, then. It should be fairly straightforward. Obviously, Jubilee Park, Reading Road. I don't think we're going to cast any evidence. Do we just put it as no comment?
Yes.
Yes, no comment. And then that leaves us with NatWest Bank, reinstatement of residential entrance.
So are you doing this in reverse order?
I was trying to get the other one out of the way, yeah.
Okay, right, yeah,
Apologies.
fine. No, I understand the reasons,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because I think this one
with the
might take about
applicants.
2 minutes. Do we have a proposal, councillor Jackson?
Recommend refusal
Would you like to?
on the grounds of, the rights to light haven't been properly assessed. I think there's an impact on the neighbours with the projecting stair core, lift core element.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they plan to not impact the flats at number 12, 16.
I'll second that, but I'm wondering if councillor Jackson would consider a slight amendment. In that, the officer for, listed buildings has come back and said that, she's not in agreement with the amount of roof lights that are in the roof. When it's in a conservation area, they have to be minimal, and they're all over the place on the roof.
We've had that before with the ones around near Camden as well, haven't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't know what you think about that.
It's, I support the idea of the fact there are too many roof lights, but if you look at the accommodations, it's appalling. There are living rooms with just roof lights.
Yeah.
It's such low quality accommodation that the whole thing concerns me. So
Yeah,
I would be going,
I'm wondering if we want to expand the,
Yeah,
reason for
that's,
refusal, because
yeah,
I was
it's
thinking that, I was thinking other studio apartments or something.
they've got the
There's
kitchens in the
people
living
around
room,
in
which is the
there.
modern way anyway. It's just the fact that there are 2 apartments with just roof lights in the
Mm.
main reception rooms.
so,
And so yes, we could reduce the amount of roof lights by not having them in the bathrooms. So totally dark bathrooms and top lit reception rooms. But I keep going back to the quality of accommodation is so poor.
that's where.
I don't know whether
Yeah.
there's any
I would-
policy that supports us refusing on the grounds of quality of the
Yeah,
living.
is it
There are-
minimum space standards even?
It's sort of got the density with them, right? You can see it's trying
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
create more dwellings, which
So
to some degree
They-
is.
when they came before, they were clear that Downstairs was residential, they didn't need planning permission for 2 flats because they had, it used to be offices, it used to be accommodation before. it was
yeah,
back.
yeah.
They wanted planning permission for the 3rd set of houses at the back. They obviously got refused on the grounds of the terraces weren't right. And they cut back and they stuck with the original doorway, and they got planning permission for 3 flats. They've now taken that and they're trying to, I believe they're trying to push it, and they're trying to squeeze 6
Mm.
when they had 3.
We've got to go for overdevelopment, surely.
There's overdevelopment.
Mhm.
There is no car park space.
Mhm.
There is 6 flats, sorry, there are 6 flats with virtually no waste storage.
Yes, refuse,
Yeah,
bicycle storage, any of that?
no bicycle.
Okay.
Well, there was bicycle storage in the original one. I haven't had a chance to look at the proper.
I can't see anywhere they took the bicycle storage in.
Yeah,
These flats.
okay.
I think we've broadened the,
And there's no
broadened the
outdoor
refusal
space either.
conditions.
Yeah, no outdoor space, no access. There are policies in terms of quality of construction, in terms of what could be built.
Mm.
And I don't believe that we're even close to, genuinely, I think it's appalling what they're trying to do.
So we could go overdevelopment, rights to light, refuse, cycling, parking, roof lights.
Yeah. Is there anything, because they wanted to put an apartment on the ground floor as well, but they want to keep residential,
Yeah,
retail as well.
yeah.
I'm not even having retail and residential, because in terms of fire exits and stuff like that, has it been covered for? Are we,
I'm not so bothered about that, but I think it's nice to keep a retail place in marketplace.
totally agree. I would like to see if Jodie had any comments on it as well before we respond, but that was the one, I was hoping she was gonna be able to corral.
She'll be able
together.
to pull out all of the relevant
Yeah.
policy.
Yeah, she could add policies.
Yeah,
Mm.
please.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of proposers and seconders, I think I'm quite happy to go to a vote on this unless anybody else wants to.
Yeah, no, I'm seconding
Yeah.
the expansion to the original motion, yeah.
All in favour? Yeah. Okay, agenda item number 7, rejections and call-in applications. Do we want to go as far as to call this in?
Do you know what?
Because,
I think we
yeah,
should.
yeah, because SODC could turn around and go like, actually, no, we're gonna, but if we call it in.
Yes,
it has- it has- yeah.
let's,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I propose to call it.
yeah, put a
Okay.
stake in the ground and no,
Yeah, I'll
instead of
second.
that.
all in favour? Yep. Agenda item number 8, decision notices, Woodland Road, 99 Reading Road. You are aware, we've sent a letter to SODC about 99 Reading Road. And we've called out the points at their planning.
I thought that was an excellent email that Jodie,
Yeah.
we all saw it, didn't we?
Yeah.
You see it? Yeah, I thought it was very good.
Yeah. it was-
And ironically, did you see that Jewson have sponsored an award for the
Yes,
greening of the, the building companies that are the most green with their fantastic environmental policies, and they're the ones who've been chopping down trees on their own land. It's just so ironic.
Can we put that as a, to the handy
I
stand?
just had to I just bent over,
Yeah.
double laughing when I saw that.
I think this is the beginning of a long conversation about the juice and site.
Yeah,
Things are going to start emerging there,
okay,
but needs to be on it.
okay. Well. Okay, 9 Reading Road, yes, Grigsby's Yard Farm Road. Grigsby's Yard Farm Road, Windrush. Planning consent listed building for Northwest for signage. They've granted Henley College signage.
Oh, I'm lost, whereabouts are you?
Page 14 at the top.
Page 14, agenda item, it is the things that have been approved.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this 13 Marketplace. And agenda item number 9, study of local development for Pierce's Orchard to build a new single-story extension. Did we discuss that at any point? We did discuss that. It was brought up a couple of times, and then they've come back and just gone, they've trimmed it down, gone with local development.
Doesn't ring a bell for me, I'm afraid, but
Okay. I'm sure we've had stuff up there before we refused, but. Okay. Agenda item number 10 anyway, appeal for Leonard Rutherford Road. That is not going to go ahead. We have to note that or
Just note it.
notice, yep. And back to the start of the page, we have 11, sorry, agenda 11, design for the pedestrian crossings. So we have the report.
You want me to say
Yes, I will be able to say something, please,
something?
page 21.
Okay, so back in back in June last year, planning committee recommended to finance that we allocate £15,000 for the design work for 3 pedestrian crossings. So this is a puffin crossing close to Rupert House, a zebra crossing at the Northfield end of Kings Road, and a raised table just at this end of Kings Road here. We've gone out for 3 quotes, I've had 3 back, and none of them come in at under 15,000. So hence, I've looked at what we've got in the budget for transport projects for in terms of the planning controls, and we've got £4,885. And so this would allow us to go for, it wouldn't go for the most expensive quote. I'm waiting for advice from OCC on which quote to go for, but it would allow us to go for the middle quote of the 3 quotes that I got, basically. So that would be 4,885 from the the budget that planning committee holds for transport projects, and then £2,000 from central SIL funds, and that would need to go to the next finance committee on the 5th of March.
Is there any way, in terms of the gap between the first and the second quotes? Was it that the second quote we're just going with it because it's the cheapest, it's the one, but we would actually prefer the other one? And if so, do we put back on OCC?
I'm waiting from my not very expert view of the quotes received. I think they all cover what we need.
Yeah.
And I think we could probably go for the cheapest quote,
Okay.
which would mean we wouldn't need to put this money. But I'm waiting to hear back from OCC on that. So I've put for it to be the final selection to be delegated to Sheridan, myself, in consultation with OCC Highways, who it's with at the moment, and the chair of the Transport Strategy Group. So that's Councillor Gabchak.
And Mr. Jackson.
Sorry, could you remind me what we had agreed to, the level that we'd agreed to, that they are over? Level of funds we'd said yes,
15,000.
15,000, and they're all over the 15,000.
They're all over 15,000. One
Oh,
of
yeah.
them, not much.
Are we allowed to say what they are in this public forum? I understand if not.
Yeah.
It just sounds a ridiculously large amount of money for something which must be an almost cut and paste job, surely.
They have to do a topographical survey. They have to do surveys on all the drainage and underground structures, etc.
Right.
that are around.
Hmm.
Some of them have included for some consultation, though I don't think we need to necessarily do that at this
Right.
stage, but we would do later on if we wanted to progress. And they have to draw up the technical designs to OCC's approval levels. So, I think it's.
I know some of the designs and her surveys done, not that I'm suggesting anything, but it just seems a lot of money.
I think because we're looking at 3 locations as well, and it's,
Okay.
they can't though they can duplicate the effort in terms of, say, a project
Yes.
manager who's overseeing the whole lot.
Yeah.
They've still got to carry out 3 topographical surveys,
Okay.
3 different drainage surveys, etc. So there isn't much difference. I think the puffing crossing comes in as slightly more expensive.
Okay.
Because it needs the electrics as well.
Do we have any historic comparisons to see what's
Um,
happening in the market?
We know previously we had the design done for the zebra crossing at Gravel Hill, and that was just under £5,000, but that was probably about 3 years ago now.
And Swiss Farm?
Swiss Farm, I feel like Swiss Farm was more actually. I'd have to go back. I feel that was more like 6 or 7.
Makes it sound more reasonable, doesn't it, in that context?
Yeah, yes.
And it's going to go to finance, and it'll be discussed with transport via Stefan, via OCC. So
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to keep you on finance as well, aren't you? Councillor Thomas?
Yeah,
Yes, keep it on them, what they say.
It's just £2,000 for it to buy.
Yes. I'm not happy to speak to this when it comes up with finance. This is entirely sensible. Councillor Jackson's asked exactly the sort of questions that I would have been asking otherwise. So, quite happy with this.
Okay, and I guess,
I propose that we then adopt 5.1 with 5.1.1 and 5.2 and 5.2.1.
Yeah.
Councillor Thomas, Councillor Owens,
What approach?
all in favour? And finally, what happens when the agenda goes over 2 pages, I get lost. It is decisions, progress report for applications called in.
We haven't got any updates on any of these. We haven't heard about, well, the first one, 99 Reading Road, we know was approved, so that can just come off. But we haven't got any committee dates that I know of for any of the other.
Councillor Arlett still. on holiday.
6th of March, I think he comes back.
That's quite soon, I think.
Yeah, something like
Maybe the end of the week.
that. Beginning of March, I think.
Yeah, after the beginning of March too. That is the end of it, yeah. Fantastic.
Can I speak to councillors quickly
Yes.
about the reminder about the joint local plan consultation that's out? So this is the initial consultation. And if you go to the deadline, I thought was going to be tomorrow because that's what it says here, but it's actually the 26th of February. So you go and have a look at that. It's really, really user friendly. It's southernvale.gov.uk/JLP joint local plan. And I did this myself this afternoon, so that it was fresh in my mind to tell you all how painful it was. And it's actually really user friendly. I did the nutshell version because I don't think, I wasn't speaking as a resident, I decided to speak as a councillor because, of working in planning for so many years. And, all of the side work that we do, for things like 357, joint local plan, so my knowledge, I think was quite useful for this. So all of you should do it if possible, if you have time. It took me about 20 minutes to do the nutshell version.
Is it this Saturday that it's in the town hall as well?
No, it was a couple of weeks ago, and I went to that and I spoke to they don't have the planning side there, they have the policy side there, going around to all of these different locations. And I was quite struck by how little they speak to all other, like they don't speak to Oxfordshire County Council at all, as far as I could make out. So I was quite surprised.